Today we will learn an even easier method to find the position of a straight line with respect to a circle. Before watching this video, you should know how to find the normal distance from a point to a line. Click this info card to learn that now. So now we want to find a method to know whether a straight line is inside a given circle or on the circumference of the given circle or outside a circle. To do this, we need to know the radius of the circle and the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle to the straight line. When we have this information, we can compare them and determine the position of the straight line. So here we will have three situations. The first situation is when the normal distance is less than the radius of the circle. Then the line is inside the circle. The second situation is when the normal distance is equal to the radius of the circle. Then the line is on the circumference of the circle. The third situation is when the normal distance is greater than the radius of the circle. Then the line is outside the circle. Have a look at this example. Here we have a circle x squared plus y squared plus 12x plus 6y minus 1 equals 0 and a straight line 2x plus 3y minus 5 equals 0. To find the position of this line with respect to this circle, we have to find the normal distance from the center of this circle to this straight line. So for this, we use the normal distance formula. So this is a normal distance formula. D equals modulus of ax naught plus by naught plus c over square root of a squared plus b squared. Here x naught and y naught are the coordinates of the center of this circle. We know how to find the center of the circle. So the center of this circle is O minus 6 minus 3. Therefore x naught equals minus 6 and y naught equals minus 3. A, B and C are from the straight line. So A equals 2, B equals 3 and C equals minus 5. Now we substitute these values into this formula. So that gives us D equals modulus of 2 into minus 6 plus 3 into minus 3 minus 5 over square root of 2 squared plus 3 squared. Finally, we get D as 7.2 units. Now that we have the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle to the straight line, we have to find the radius of the circle. To find the radius of the circle, we use the formula R equals square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. So from the equation of the circle, we can find that g equals 6, f equals 3 and c equals minus 1. So when we substitute these values, we get r equals square root of 6 squared plus 3 squared minus negative 1. So finally we get r equals 6.8 units. Now let's compare both these values. So r equals 6.8 units and d equals 7.2 units. Now 7.2 is greater than 6.8. So this means that d is greater than r. Therefore, the line lies outside the circle and does not touch or intersect the circle at all. So that's all for today's video. You have now learned two ways to find the position of the straight line with respect to a circle. Comment down below on which method you find comfortable with. I personally prefer this method since it takes less time for me to find the position of the straight line. Until next time, take care.